What's going on, bro? Your car on the repo list? She's been on there for a minute, bro. I gotta take it, homie. I gotta take it, homie.
I can't be out here with no car, bro.
Hey, man, you should have.
You from here, bro?
Hey, well, I'm sorry to tell you, bro. They've been on this for a minute, bro. You've been running for a little minute, bro.
Well. People with Hellcats and BMWs and overpriced luxury cars, they're on the run. They on the run. In 2026, the first thing that came to their mind was, I'm 3 payments behind. I need to hide this car.
No one will know.
But let me explain to you guys. Listen, I tried to forewarn you guys. I tried to let you know that this year is going to be tough. 2026 is going to be a tough year. If you don't have your budget together, if you're not saving and not getting ready for this economic downturn, you're crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but repos are up.
Wait, what?
In 2026, there is a tsunami of repos that are hitting the market. But listen, we're going to talk about it, guys. We're going to talk about it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, you know what I'm about to say? I have a newsletter, and it's completely free. How can you beat free? And then on top of that, guys, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I am your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years, and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description, guys. Let's jump straight to it. It's been a tough year in 2026 already. And listen, now Congress wants to open up an investigation on why repos are through the roof. Listen, we can jump straight to it. It says Elizabeth Warren launches probe into booming car repossessions. This was in February 2026.
Oh, come on!
Now listen, I can hear a lot of you guys saying to yourself, well, I mean, that's quite easy. And listen, I would love to be in Congress. Why don't you guys invite me? Invite me, and I'll be in Congress, and they'll be like, Mr. Minor, can you explain why there are a bunch of car repos? Because they're not paying their bills. Pow. Oh! They bought expensive cars that they couldn't afford. That's why. That's the end of the meeting. It says here, the car repo business is booming as Americans fall behind on increasing expensive car payments. Cars are being repossessed at the highest rate since the Great Recession of 2008 and 2009. The repo tactics have drawn the attention of Congress, which is Senator Elizabeth Warren, who launched a probe into the auto lending industry on Wednesday. Listen, guys, I said this over and over and over again. I said, listen, I understand that you guys wanted these luxury cars. Look, everybody has their own preference, but I'm here to tell you, you need to have discipline.
Fact.
You have to know that you can't afford this car. I've done tons and tons of videos on you can't afford this car because of maintenance. You can't afford this car because it's too expensive. You can't afford. Maybe you should analyze your situation, your financial situation. And people were saying, Orlando, listen, you only live once. YOLO. Listen, you only live once. Why would I ever pass up on the dream of owning a Hellcat? I know I can't afford it, but I want to say it was in my garage, and you're going to have that wish. It's going to be in your garage, but it's also going to get taken at a Walmart parking lot. See, a lot of you guys care about how people look at you. See, the individual at that clip at the very beginning, they couldn't afford it.
Awkward. So awkward.
You heard the repo man. Man, you've been on the list for a minute, and he ain't made one payment ever since. But I get it, guys. I get it. I've been talking too long. You guys don't believe me. You don't believe that there's a bunch of people getting their car repoed. And all of these people bought these expensive cars or cars that they knew they couldn't afford to begin with. They didn't say, look, let me just show you.
Yeah, so why the Capital One took my car yesterday morning. Didn't make it to work.
Let me guess. You didn't pay.
The rent due, ain't paid the rent. Damn, it's always something. I had to borrow from Amscott for my rent last month. I ain't even paid them back yet. I've been borrowing from my check to pay my car insurance, my light bill. Oh my God. Putting gas in my car is just like, and then buying food for my kids. It's like, it's always something. Now I got an Uber to work every morning. I don't know how to y'all do it. I like to jump on my own.
Don't be a fool.
And see, listen, guys, listen. I know what people are going to say. Orlando, listen. Everybody has hard times. Everybody can't make it. And I listen, I get it. I get it. I understand it. But what are you doing if you can't afford the rent? You can't afford the car. You can't even afford food for your children. What are we doing here? Come on now. Listen, I get it. Everybody has hard times, but you have to make hard decisions. If you have to take an Uber, cool. If you have to take public transportation, great. But at least you're keeping up with your bills. See, the income that you have coming in determines the lifestyle that you live. See, a lot of times individuals want to make, I don't know, let's just say $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. But they want to live a life like they're earning $400,000.
It's funny because it's true.
Let me make this make sense. You're making $60,000, $70,000 a year, and you say, I'm gonna buy a Hellcat. And if I can't buy the brand new one, I'm gonna buy a used one that's gonna cause me more trouble in the long term. Because I care about how others see me.
That's stupid.
And see, there are some people who actually listen. They said, Orlando, look, we see this money coming in the pandemic, and you know what? We're gonna save this money. We're gonna go ahead and save it for a rainy day when we know we will need it. And I say this every time. And I will repeat it over and over and over again. Just because you go to the car dealership and they say, yeah, we'll give it to you, does not mean you can afford it. Let me say that one more time. Just because you get approved for it finance-wise does not mean you can afford it. Because let me tell you this, the bank does not care about what you can afford. They care about the risk. That's the reason why we have things like credit scores. That's the reason why they say, hey, do you at least have a job? And then they bring you the little sheet and it says, your payments will be $1,000. It's your job to say, no, thank you. I can't afford that. But how can you say that if you don't even look at your own finances? You guys are both. Make that make sense. Both you and the car dealership have no idea about your financial situation.
Yup.
Having your car in the battlefield of a repossession is so embarrassing. I've never had this happen to me. Mind you, I'm 3 months behind, which I knew was coming. So I'll call them. I'm like, let me see if I can call them and see if they'll just give me like an extension. Them said, you have till tomorrow. She literally was like, they can come get it tomorrow. What do you mean? I immediately... Mind you, I was at work when this happened, stressed to the max. And I had a client sitting in there filling out their paperwork, and I have to keep going back and forth from the office to the door to check if my car's still there. That is so ghetto. That is so ghetto. And I know he was like, is she okay? I'm sure he thought I was on drugs. There's just no way. I shouldn't have to park it in the garage to make sure that they don't pull up behind it and steal it like a thief in the night.
Now, imagine this. A customer calling you a thief, but they won't pay the payments. Imagine that. A thief in the night. Ugh, strong language. For someone who's not paying the bills. See, let me explain this to you guys. You know how you can stop car repos? Let's be clear. You know how you can stop car repos? Let's say it all together. Pay the car note. I know it's groundbreaking, but let's say it again. How do we stop your car from getting repoed? Make the car payment. Pay the bill. I don't know how many different ways I could chop it up, but if you pay the bill, You won't have to worry about this.
Hello?
Why is it that people will spend 40 hours? Let me explain this. You will spend 40 hours figuring out how to get away from the repo man, knowing that you haven't paid him in 3 to 6 months. You haven't paid your car note in 3 to 6 months. You will spend 40 hours avoiding the repo man, looking online, doing research, everything. But you won't spend an extra 40 hours to get caught up on your bills.
You are one pathetic loser. No offense.
I don't understand how you can spend 40 hours covering up VIN numbers, parking in the very back of Walmart, behind where the trucks load. That's where you're parking. You go past the oil change and you go all the way to the back. That's what you're doing.
How embarrassing.
And I know what you're saying, Orlando. I don't like car repo people. I don't like when they come and take cars. I think these car repossession people, they're the worst type of people. And I would tell you, they don't care. Listen, nobody cares about your feelings about a repo man, especially the repo man. They don't care about your stories that you're gonna tell them when they get to your car. They don't care. They don't even care when you go to the actual CarMax or wherever you got your car. You think you're gonna have a conversation with the car salesman and say, hey, look, this happened in my life. This happened in my life. They do not care.
I often think about the time when I was a general manager at Title Max and this man was like, I'm not finna pay y'all. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. And we took his car from the Schnucks grocery store with $330 worth of barbecue that he had for the 4th of July. And I know y'all wondering, wow, how did y'all know where he was at? First off, my repo lady was the truth, okay? She called me and was like, hey, he right here. What y'all want me to do? I'm like, no, cool, I'm finna call him. I call him. He don't answer the phone. She said, hey, he about to go in this other store. He just put all his groceries in there. Say less. Pick it up. Pick it up. Picked his car up. He calling us. Hey, did y'all repo my car? Actually, we did. I had $330 worth of barbecue in there. Y'all know tomorrow the 4th. Da-da-da-da. Sounds personal. And it was a weekend, so that food spoiled for sure. All you have to do is pay your bills. My heart don't break. We called you 2 times a day for 2 months, 60 days, and you ignored us. That's gonna be a hot linkless barbecue. Damn!
Listen, guys. I mean, she didn't lie. She said we called you. And since you didn't answer the phone, we sent SEAL Team 6. Like, that's just what happened. Listen, guys. The guy himself, he said he wasn't going to pay. And then he's at Schnucks, the grocery store, picking up $300 worth of barbecue. Sir, you're living a lie. You can't afford that barbecue because you can't afford your car. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Listen, you know you can't afford it, but you're still running up a tab. Make this make sense. Come on, man! Now, I know what you're about to say. You're about to say, Orlando, listen, I get it, but why would they treat people? That's just one guy. That's just one guy that's trying to avoid repo. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. Most people are trying to avoid the repo man, even though they know they didn't pay these payments. Even though they signed on the dotted line saying, yep, I want a 10-year auto loan at 30%. And then they blame and say, listen, these guys are ripping us off. He charged me 30%. Well, sir, why did you sign it? I needed a car. Well, you agreed.
Come on, man.
What you should have did was took $2,000 that you saved up, $3,000, $4,000, whatever it is, and bought a car cash. Now, I can hear people in the background saying, Orlando, come on, man. Now, you know, that's going to take 5 to 6 months to save up that money. It's called discipline.
Write it down and keep it for future reference.
See, if you get yourself out of this situation, hopefully you will learn. Hopefully you'll say to yourself, you know what? I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again. But to jump back into the same situation over and over and over, it's crazy.
Dumb.
Stupid.
Imagine getting your car repoed and then you go right back to the buy here, pay here place and then get a 30% auto loan because you have a repo on your credit. And now you can't afford that payment either. Make it make sense. It's a cycle that will continue to happen over and over and over. While some people may take this video as negative, I hope people take this as learning from others so I don't have to make this same said mistake. These people have made the mistake for you. You know what? I think that you need to see someone else who the repo people say, this is the reason why we're so aggressive. This is the reason why we will come and get your car within less than 24 hours. This is the reason why when we send you the text message that we're coming to get your car, we're already looking for it.
I get to work yesterday and these people gonna text me and say that my car, my vehicle that I'm sitting in right now that I smoked down in is up for repossession. It's scheduled. Baby, I called them people so quick. I'm like, oh no, buddy. Because I'm not ready to stop smoking just yet. And I ain't got nowhere else to smoke. Look, not how I be smoking. Babe, I called them people. I said, look here, ma'am. I said, ma'am, look, I get my taxes at the end of this month. And I want to keep my vehicle. And I was planning on paying everything then. What can I do today to stop this from happening? You know what that lady told me? That lady told me, I got paid $664 tomorrow, which is today. And I got to start back making my regular payments. And they'll kind of forgive it or move it to the end of my term or something like that.
Class, listen, this needs to be talked about. If a person cannot remember what the agreement was, she's like, it was something, I don't know. Are they going to make the payment? Are they going to make the payment if they brush aside the agreement that them and the creditor came up with? Let's see.
I said, okay, I can do that. So my plan is, of course, I got $664 or $69 to pay them. So I'm going to give them a bank account that I don't use. Because you know it take a few days for it to pin. And then it's fixing to be the weekend. So they ain't gonna call me again till like Monday and say, hey, ma'am. Well, you know what? No, that's right, because it take a few days for the bank to take my money out when I used to pay this truck payment. Bro, I got to at least next week, y'all. Baby, I ain't fixing to be forced to stop smoking. I gotta stop.
This is what the repo people are dealing with. A lot of you guys, oh, Orlando, come on, man. You're being a little bit too tough. Listen, it's really simple. If you don't want your car repoed, pay the bill.
These ain't opinions. These are facts.
I know a lot of you guys are like, well, they do it too fast. They should give you more options. This is the reason why they don't. See, I explain it and I know people don't like it, but the reason why there are rules is because someone broke the rules. And then they told someone else and then they broke the rules. And next thing you know, you have thousands of people doing said thing. And you have to set a rule because people will take advantage.
Houston, we have a problem.
But listen, guys, I could talk about this forever, as you know, but let's be clear. 2026, all jokes aside, it's going to be tough, guys. I really, 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 really need you to hunker down. I really need you to save. Saving doesn't hurt anyone. It helps you. Let me explain. It helps you, no one else. You're not giving money to a corporation. You're not giving money to me. You're giving money to yourself. No one will know your situation other than you. And if you put your head in the sand and ignore your own situation, then how can you get mad at the consequences? How can you get mad at the consequences that you know will happen at some point if you don't take action? If you love content like this, please join the Patreon. We do exclusive content over there. And also too, guys, you always know that you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you to your first rental property. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.